All right, welcome back, traders. All right, so our weekly candle is going to close here in about 2 minutes. We are closing above the weekly 200-day moving average, so that is very good. We are currently engulfing last week's candle if we do close like this, so that's good. I will alarm you guys, or will make you guys aware of something here on the 12-hour chart. You know, we are showing a bit of bearish divergence on the 12-hour chart right now, so this could mean we see some short-term downside. All right, it's pretty clear that we're kind of rolling over here right now, and you know, Tether going up a bit, 1.17% on the day, and this could just mean we come back down to test these areas here. Okay, this pocket around 21, maybe 22,000 would be an area we could see. All right. We're still, yeah, I mean, right now, the weekly chart is still looking good. Like I'm saying, we could just see like maybe 1 week of downside or something. We could see, we're definitely, the shorter time scales look like we could see some more downside, all right? We got a nice couple weeks of pumpage here. And yeah, I think we could do something like this where we come back down and test the bottom here and maybe go and test the supply line up here at 26. 27K. We're still looking at this area here. The weekly 21 exponential moving average is still sitting up here around 29,000. I think at some point, even if we do end up going lower in this market, we will at least go and touch and test that and reject it if it is going to act as resistance at some point, right? Before we then come back down to test these lows again. All right, we have a new week. We made a closure above the 200-week moving average, guys. We also have a new monthly candle. Like I said before, the 12-hour is pointing down, and we could see some movement to the downside here in the short term. All right, so the monthly candle, you know, not engulfing, not anything, just a nice bounce here we got for the month. And we'll see if these areas that we've reestablished now as supports end up holding. If not, we could be looking at we could really still be looking at some downside. We'll see. You know, this could be a monthly 3-bar down. That would be devastating, but that could happen. Expect something like that. It's possible. That can happen. Not out of the cards, all right? Especially in a downtrend like this. And I know we have like this crazy amount of weekly divergence here playing out. And yeah, we're about to get a cross up, but if we get couple bad weeks in a row, this could just negate and do more negative momentum to fake out all the entire market, right? So that could happen. That's a possibility. I'm not drinking any Kool-Aid right now. I am still in some swing positions. For the moment, I am still in some profits on some trades. I'm going to be monitoring this very closely, and but I would say a lot of those positions that I did accumulate down here are for a longer term, right? Even if this market does get more bloody, you know, and we do come down to test this, you know, 13.6K region, which would be the most logical if we, you know, we're just going to break back below this 200-week moving average and break this whole last week's month of price action, like I was just talking about. Right, so it's a new month. Anything can happen in this market, right? So 12-hour, like I said, pointing down. Monthly, still technically, we haven't really done anything except for, you know, make a big bounce here off this 50-week moving average, which in previous cycles this was a, you know, a market cycle bottom. I'm not saying that this is the bottom. What I am saying is we get a little bit of a reaction rally off this area, all right? Just pay close attention to this level around 20K. If we start breaking 20K, guys, we're definitely going to see a lot lower prices, all right? So 20K is the magic number right now, I would say, on the monthly chart and the weekly chart. All right? For now, we're above the weekly 200, and we could just get a back test of this area here in the short term. We could still be in this this pennant here, where we come back down to test, 21K. If we hold 21K, we can come back up and then test the supply line again. All right, and testing that supply line might be, a good area. Take some profit. We're not at the supply line yet, so I still think we're going to get there at some point. It could take a couple weeks. I don't know. It's going to depend on how the stock market really performs, and in these market conditions. And I'm going to look at Tether right now. So Tether is showing some divergence. Okay, on the daily here we have a low and a higher low on the RSI, which is implying again a movement to the upside for Tether. Which is kind of in agreement with what I was saying about the price action right now. We could see some downside, right? So the daily stochastics are starting to cross back up. We saw Tether get bought here a bit today on that weekly 21 exponential moving average. So it's holding above the 21 right now, all right? Holding above the 21. We would like to see a closure on the weekly below below 6%. If we can get a weekly candle close below 6%, then I think we see more upside in the crypto market. For now, we're above it, and it could be acting as a support. We go to like the 12-hour chart, we're going to see, probably bullish divergence because we're seeing bearish divergence right now on the Bitcoin chart. So there's that. Just prepare for some downside, guys. That's what it looks like we might see. I don't know how far down we're going to go. It's tough to make calls like that. So just be aware. I said if we break 20K, it could get ugly real fast to 14K at some point. If we hold 20 above 20 or 19.5 area here, we're good. We'll be good at least until we go and test 25 to 28K region, I would say. We're going to really have to see if the selling really picks up, because the dollar is, kind of trading flat, 0.14%. It does look like it's losing some momentum on the weekly chart, so that's good. It's still sitting in bullish control zone, though, on the weekly. The monthly is very extended on the RSI. The problem is this can just keep going. Like, this pattern here, this double bottom, didn't do the whole move, so even though we're showing monthly bearish divergence, it could just come down a bit, reset itself, and then just keep pumping, right? So there's that argument. There's that argument that we could see more upside in the dollar, which could mean more downside in markets. Could mean more downside in the markets. So just pay attention. Okay, we just opened up a new monthly candle, and we're gonna see. Right, the weekly. I would actually suspect that we maybe test the weekly 21 on the stock market, which could bring some short-term rallying in the stock market, a relief for the stock market, even though we've been seeing a bit of relief in the stock market. All right, we're going to go look at fear and greed. We're going to look at the Nupal chart. We're going to go look at all that fun stuff here for you guys. And here it is. All right, so fear and greed, we're in the fear. We're still in fear. All right, so market's still fearful right now. They don't know what's going on. Rainbow chart. Still in the fire sale area. All right, so great long-term buying opportunities here. The Nupal chart. The Nupal chart is still, well, we're out of capitulation zone now. All right, we're out of the capitulation zone now. So we've come back into the orange territory here. We actually didn't do that at all in the 2018 bear market. So that's interesting that we're now out of capitulation. All right, we quickly got out of capitulation. That's very interesting. Okay. All right, we'll cover ETH here and some of the altcoins. ETH has been obviously leading this rally. We're going to look at ETH BTC real fast and get kind of a clearer idea of what's going on here with ETH. We just made a monthly candle closure, which was a bullish engulfing candle. But really, we're just at this neckline, man. We want to see how this plays out. This could just be a massive head and shoulders pattern, which would not be good. The monthly is kind of not saying that, though. The monthly oscillator is crossing up. Okay, so that's bullish for ETH BTC. Nice candle, right? We got a new open here with a doji reversal candle. Looks pretty strong. I would say that looks pretty strong. And if we really do break this structure for ETH BTC, we could see ETH BTC go up to almost 8%, or even up to the 618 area, which is around 10% of a Bitcoin. ETH's obviously been outperforming Bitcoin, right? So good stuff for ETH here. We're going to go look at the ETH chart versus the dollar. And let's see if I can find... there's an all-time high index chart, so that's nice. Let's take a look at that. All right, so the monthly on ETH, we didn't bear a bullishly engulf, but man, that is a big candle, almost 100% from the low to where we closed. Okay, so very strong candle for ETH there on the monthly, getting a massive bounce off the 50-day moving average on the monthly chart. That is the 50-day. Yep. All right. So levels we're looking for if we do really get downside on ETH are these areas here. Okay, so you have these monthly areas here on the chart. You can see that $600 area is a pretty big sweet spot if we do get down there. And if we really start getting devastated in this market, you know, maybe the low 400s, 484, 485 area, yeah, I think that would be really devastating to see. But that's what we're looking at on ETH. If we fib from the previous low to the cycle previous top, we can see that we've done quite a bit of a retrace from this area. We did a 3.272 move for the peak from that previous high. So we could easily come back down to test 1475, man. That's this wick high right here. Why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't we do that, you know, on the monthly? Very plausible, especially if Bitcoin does come down here in the short term. But it does really make a lot of sense for ETH to maybe go test as high as this $2,800 area, as this was that major neckline that broke. Okay, and we also have a supply line here that will also add some confluence. So it may not get that high. It may just get to about 2,400 if we do see some more upside in this market. So if downside, I'm saying we could easily go back to test 1475. That was the previous all-time high wick, and that wouldn't be something out of the ordinary. We could definitely see, you know, a pullback to that area and make a higher low here and consolidate before trying to rally into the supply line again. It takes some time, guys. It takes some weeks. All right. So again, the weekly on ETH has crossed up, and we haven't seen positive momentum like this since April of 2022. So nice stuff here from ETH. You can clearly see the momentum shift here on the weekly, and got the bullish cross. All right. Problem is your weekly Stokes are already so pointed up, man. We didn't even, I mean, yeah, we did get about 100% move from this bottom. So I guess pretty good stuff from ETH. We really want to make, if we really want to see bullish action, we got to make closures above, you know, 2,000 and get above this area here, 2,400, and just start pushing up. That would be really, really bullish for you to do that. So we'll see how this plays out. But we're sitting around 40 on the RSI, so neutral on the weekly. We'll see if we can get a nice push into bullish controlled zone for ETH. With the ETH2 merge coming up in September. There's some fundamentally good things happening here for ETH. All right, thank you so much for the 12 people watching this evening. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Let's look at some more assets here. We can recover some assets that we've already looked at. Looks like Hive blockchain is on the move right now. We were talking about this last week, I think. Some altcoins are really going to still really run, man. Lots of them are really wrecked. Let's see. So Filecoin, you know, made a massive move down here from these lows. This was an SCP call out. You can see we got a nice bullish engulfing candle on the weekly chart here for this asset, and it could just continue up to the weekly 21, which is around that 1280 area. As long as Bitcoin doesn't just start crashing right now, that this can continue for sure. Ravencoin, yep, let's take a look at it. Ravencoin also, you know, looking like it just broke a supply line, okay? So yeah, you could see some more upside here on Raven, maybe up to about that 5 cent area. Right, you got that resistance right here. 4.8, okay? And the 200-week moving average right around that 5 cent area. If Raven gets it back above the 200-week moving average and starts using this area as support, we could easily see Ravencoin make a complete reversal of sorts like this, you know. Why not? Ethereum Classic, you know, massive wedge break, closed outside of it on the weekly chart, you know, sitting right below the weekly 50. And yeah, I mean, that's not going to take much for this thing to go up some more. There's not really too much action here, not too much resistance here. You know, you get back above 48, you're looking at you know, 74, and then 93, and then you're at all-time highs 120. I mean, this thing is on something right now. I don't know what's going on with it, but lots of buying pressure coming in for Ethereum Classic, right? Let's look at Bitcoin dominance, because that's going to really tell me what... Okay, so this is telling me that altcoins are still going to probably outperform Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin isn't going to like really crash and it's just going to sit around, then hopefully we can see some more altcoins rally. while Bitcoin just kind of consolidates and sits here. And yeah, that $29,000 region is the weekly 21 EMA. So reversion to the mean would be a touch of that or a test of that before maybe going down further, or something along those lines. We'll see how this ends up playing out. But that 12-hour has bearish divergence, and we could see a retest of 22,000 or something. Why not? Good. Or it just may not mature and just buyers hold the price up here, and we may not, that divergence may not play out. We'll see. Because it'll remain proof of work. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So yeah, we still got some alts on the move right now. Hive blockchain breaking out as we're speaking right now. This thing is up 40%. Mirror protocol is down here. It's got, I probably wouldn't touch this coin, but looks like there's some accumulation going on with it down there. RLC was another one that we were talking about in the alert service, and you can clearly see on the weekly here, we closed a weekly bullish engulfing candle. You break above $1.06, you're looking at a move at least to the 21 EMA, which is around that $1.30 area. So, maybe about 30% room there for that asset to move. Also, you're in a massive wedge pattern. So, if this starts to really break trading ranges, you could see this go to $1.56 easy. Okay, easy right here. That level right there could be tested. All right. So, some altcoins really outperforming Bitcoin right now. And really being bought up for whatever reason. We're going to go look at total 2. So total 2 holding above the 200-week moving average, right? And getting that nice weekly closure we got last week here. And just sitting here right now. We're coming into some resistance wicks here. Okay. And the weekly 21 is sitting around that $724 billion area. You would think we'd go up at least to test that before, maybe selling off or back testing where we came from down here. All right. Yeah, we're also showing that weekly bullish divergence here on the weekly chart for momentum for total 2. All right. Sitting down here at 37 on the RSI. Lots of room for upside, right? Bitcoin might take 10 years to break all-time high. I think a visit to $800 is possible. Anything is possible, man. If the stock market just starts shitting itself, then yeah, everything just gonna fucking dump. But we're seeing some of these alts just rip right now. Mixed bag, but lots of monthly candle closures that were good for some of these assets. Polkadot had a nice monthly candle close. Well, I guess it wasn't that good, but we had some that did bullish engulfing candles. Like ENS, this coin made a bullish engulfing candle on the monthly. DYDX, monthly bullish engulfing candle. Watch these assets that made monthly bullish engulfing candles. We could see continued price action to the upside for those assets. All right. Ethereum Classic, monthly bullish engulfing candle. Right. Serious price action there. No idea what this coin is, but man, that's bull. Is LDO Lido? I don't know what LDO is, but dude, that's a serious candle right there. 374% in 1 month, man. Come on. That's nothing to ignore. I don't know what this coin is, but pay attention to it. So yeah, I bought LRC, but you know, this didn't make a monthly, you know, engulfing candle or anything like that, but it's just so wrecked that this thing, I mean, it should see some more upside, you know. It should see at least a test the top of the range again, 46 cents. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that works out. This is starting to produce positive momentum on the weekly chart. I haven't seen positive momentum on the weekly chart since January of 2022, man. So long time this asset hasn't seen momentum shift. So hopefully we get a nice momentum shift in this asset, and we can see it go up to test, you know, that $1 region, and this be the actual bottom that it makes. See. There's no guarantees on any of these assets or any of these prices, dude. Just remember that, guys. This is technical analysis, and anything can change at any point in time in these charts. Sol making a closure outside the supply line. Starting to get that cross up here on the weekly. Well, that's starting to look good. But let's go to like the 12-hour. Yeah, we got a nasty bearish engulfing candle on the 12-hour candle. You know, making lower highs. Still making lower highs for now on the shorter time scales for Solana. But you're holding above the 21 on the 12 hour, so maybe it just consolidates here before pushing up again. Really depends on what Tether's going to do. You know, Tether closing a 12-hour bullish engulfing candle. 3-day, not so much. This could just be a back test and reject. This was called out as a head and shoulders pattern here on the daily chart. Kind of really tough to call this market right now. It's just all over the place, and we are in uncertain times. But also, I mean, yeah, like we got this breakdown. We could go back up to back test this breakdown and then just dump, and that would just send the markets higher. But you got to pay attention to what's happening in the equities market too. They're down about 0.5% right now. So dollar is down a bit, or is flat right now. So nothing bad there. That's good. We'd like to see the dollar actually come down and weaken a bit. That way, you know, crypto assets can rally. So that'd be good to see. And that's really it, man. So that's Solana. Solana can come back up, maybe to test 43.75. If you can get back above that, you might be able to test top of the range, $46. If you can get above $46 and get above the 12-hour, 200-day moving average around that $49 region, you could see a lot more upside. All right. Look at AVAX. Still had that $40 region for AVAX mapped out. I think that's a good area. See how you do up there. There's a supply line there. That's a Fibonacci level. It's also confluent with the weekly 21 moving average around that 37.50 region. Could take some time to get there, man. You know, you could get some back tests here before you get up there. You know, Bitcoin really dumps again. We could see, you know, $16 AVAX, double bottom, and then go. You know, we didn't get a retest yet. We just got a reaction rally off the lows. So, see how we go. It's a new month, crypto land. It's a new month. I want to believe that we're going to see some more upside, at least over the next couple months. Because I think we triggered a squeeze. We also are opening monthly down here on the H8 candles, indicating to us that this month could be downside for the dollar. And we're also confirming that this squeeze might be triggering short. That's all good. The weekly already closed at 8 p.m. Eastern, so we are in a new week right now. We can look at XRP, sure. XRP looks good, man. Really, it does down here. I think we could see 60 cents in time to at least test this area here. Nothing bad to say about XRP right down here. Showing triple MACD, bullish divergence on the oscillator. You know, that looks good. That looks good. We just covered Solana, man. No worries, Ben. If the cycle repaint chart holds any weight, yeah. We didn't take a look at the cycle repaint, but you know what is interesting though, man, is when you show this type of divergence, like, it's tough for me to believe that this isn't gonna, you know, amount to anything significant. This looks like a complete momentum shift on the weekly chart. This could take weeks to play out too. This could take weeks to play out. Yeah, PundyX did some stupid shit. I don't know. It's fucking PundyX. It's a shit coin. But yeah. There goes RLC, man. It's on the move. Just talking about that. Harmony 1 is also another one that's really looks like it's bottomed out, man. This thing is 28 on the RSI. I think in the coming weeks we're going to be going up, at least to go make common retraces. You know, we could just be going to make lower highs. We could just be going to test supply lines. We could be just going to test, you know, weekly 21 exponential moving averages. You know, and you know, I don't think we're going into a bull market anytime soon. Check DGB, sure. We need to really consolidate and really build a nice base wherever it is we're going to base out before we really go on another run, man. All right, so this is the time to accumulate. This is the time to kind of watch some projects that you've been wanting to purchase. You know, yeah, DGB looks like it's in a massive wedge that could break up, man. You're showing weekly bullish divergence. And this could mean a big move up for DGB in at least the next couple of weeks or something, right? It could break out and just do one of these, man. Just test up to 3 cents, you know, break out, boom. What's your highest conviction coin? I took a pretty big risk on Loopring because I think that layer 2 is going to really do some stuff for the ETH blockchain, right? You can see the volume has been receding since January of 21, and to me, probably some big move will come in and push this price up. Tomorrow is the last day. Yep, August 1st. For all of you guys looking to get into SAR and the bots right now, we're offering yearly and monthly about a 40% discount. You have to have both SAR and VIP access to get that discount. So you're looking at about $482 a month if you guys just do monthly. And yearly, in my opinion, is obviously really great value. You can lock in these discounts. These are recurring discounts that you can lock in as long as you don't cancel your subscription, right? So yeah, man, come support the STP community. What we do here, Obviously, you know, I sit on these charts to give you guys manual TA, but the bots really do stuff behind the scenes and the magic. You know, this asset on the weekly is showing short, but if we go to like the daily, or we go to like 4 hour, that's another thing. You get a nice trend panel here. You can mess around with, right? Anyways, this one hasn't. This one is just sitting in a range, and could just sit in a range for a while and may not do anything. It may come down to like 35, test the bottom of the range again, and then go back up, and then consolidate, and then just do a bunch of nothing for a while. Remember, I'm trading the weekly chart, so this could take weeks to play out. We just started rounding out this bottom here on the 200-week moving average, and this may not be the bottom. It could break below the 200-week moving average and, you know, come all the way down to like 10 cents or something. That's totally possible. If this demand line breaks, this asset can go way down, a lot lower, right? Going to depend on what the markets do. Going to depend on what the markets do. All right, but I like to see what's happening on these momentum shifts. The reason why I bought this is because you're showing hidden bullish divergence. You're going to get a weekly cross up here. You just started making positive momentum. I mean, it just seems to me like you got a whole shift of momentum happening on the weekly chart, and that's just something that I don't ignore. I think that that's going to surmount to be somewhat of a big move. It may not be like a, you know, a 10x trade or something, but could just be a 50-60% move. Sure, we can take a look at gold. Gold catching some nice bids here off the lows, the range lows here, and gold could rally up to like 1820 or something, man. That seems reasonable, right? You're holding the weekly 200-day moving average. You know what made a really good closure was silver. Silver made a really big monthly candle close this past month here. Okay, the monthly on silver was a hammer candle here. Yeah, I mean this monthly candle just opened, so it could just bounce right here and then just start ripping, you know. But that was a monthly candle closure. I mean, yeah, this is starting to print short on the monthly, but this is a really long time scale, so we'll see. We'll see how silver does. It is below the 200-week moving average right now. Got to get back above that. So if I got rid of some of this stuff, it just looks to me really on a longer term time scales, like the next couple weeks, maybe the next couple months, we could see Tether break down and retest this 4.87% area where it broke out from. That would make a lot of sense to me that we do that, which could mean like $30,000 Bitcoin, right? And then after that, well, I could hold this and then rally again, and we could just go on another leg down. We'll see how it goes. Just watch out. Shorter term time scales. We're showing that 12-hour bear div. It may not play out, right? The longer term time scales could take over, and we could just consolidate here. Seems like everyone is bearish. Yeah, everyone is bearish. That's why you have to be looking to pick up assets down here, even if these aren't the absolute bottoms, but could dollar cost average yourself into some nice positions longer term. Not financial advice, of course. These assets are speculative, right? They don't necessarily produce anything for the GDP. Remember that, guys. Yep. DCing is king. That's right. Should I do Uniswap? No, we can cover it. Uniswap. Uniswap broke out of a nice falling wedge structure here. And it looks like you could maybe go test $11 and maybe touch up to that 50-week moving average, 50-day moving average, which is around 14. So Uniswap looking pretty good. You know, just be mindful of the stochastics up here at the top already. All right. Still some separation, so not curling over just yet. Could see some more upside. Positive momentum building. You're sitting around 48 on the RSI, so you're almost bullish on the weekly now. That's good. All right. Scratch off tickets. Does anyone know what LDO is? Is that Lido token or something? That thing made a crazy move on the monthly chart. 3.5x. Yeah, that makes some sense, I guess. All right. This UMA coin looks still pretty good. Yeah, Tether coming back down. It's good. I will note that the weekly did break this RSI, and we are in a weekly breakdown on Tether, but that's good for the market. Now, obviously, the shorter term timescales can do whatever they want, but when you get a weekly breakdown like that and you cross down on the weekly like this, that's usually going to be good signs for the market. We have done XRP. I do like the look of that chart, where we currently reside towards the bottom of that range. We could see 60 cents on XRP if we get continued upside in this market. Yeah, I would just stick to your major caps first, right? So ETH, probably allocation, not financial advice, but probably, well, the best way to actually check that to see what's going to outperform ETH is, you know, chart it against ETH. So Solana right now looks like shit against ETH. Right? Sol USD versus ETH USD. And we can do the all-time history index. There you go. So Solana, well, it is holding. This is kind of interesting. It is holding. It is holding the 100-day moving average here on the ETH or the Solana ETH chart. So Solana may be the buy over ETH right here. Yeah, it looks like Sol might start rallying against ETH. Keep that in mind. It's interesting. Now it looks like a descending broadening formation. If we start getting bids on Sol, then this could maybe break out versus ETH. Okay. That's how I would go about it, man. I would chart whatever asset is your base. So if you're looking to buy the major, which is ETH, you know, chart against ETH to see if that asset is diverging or is maybe going to make a move against that major asset. Then won't ETH merge make some of the layer 2s obsolete? I don't think so. I'm not sure about that. LRC, I believe, is just a big what's it called? Exchange swapping thing. Could bring. So Loopring is Ethereum's first ZK rollup layer 2. So yeah, I mean, this is just going to help ETH just continue to have lower fees over time, right? And you can mint NFTs, you can do all sorts of cool stuff on here, and yeah, I think Loopring is going to be good long term. Yeah. Favorite looking crypto. I liked Glimmer, man. I really liked Glimmer a lot. I bought a bunch of it. I think it's got legs. It's in a nice falling wedge pattern. It's down here on the weekly chart. 36 on the RSI. I like Dot. Dot looked good to me. Buying that around $6. I think it's going to do something pretty big this run. Good. Even the 2-week candle close at Doji, this will be a reversal, right, for the assets here. So this is all looking good. I also bought Synthetics. Okay, I think this coin's gonna do pretty good. And also to boot, this asset also made a bullish engulfing candle, okay? This still looks really great on the chart, man. This is a massive falling wedge pattern. XVS, sure. Again, this asset put a nice bullish engulfing candle in from the previous candle. And it really wouldn't shock me if we saw $20 in this asset. The monthly 21 exponential moving average up here. The weekly exponential moving average you're coming up to right now. You touched up to it last week, got some nice volume into that. So nice buying volume came in there last week. Got some nice rounding action going on here on this chart. Here you go, toe. Nice little wedge formation for you. You're gonna have to be patient, man. This can easily break out here and rip to 14 bucks, man. Could even do what BTCST did. Did you guys see that shit? Here, look. Could do something like this, man, where it just rips like 300% out of here. Just be patient, man. Be patient. You're making a higher low, man, after an impulse. Yeah, I like Gala. I think that actually broke a supply line. Or it's in the midst of breaking a supply line. Yeah, I mean, you could just trade Gala up to 10 cents. That would make a lot of sense. Toe, just sit on it, man. The charts don't lie, bro. Charts don't lie. Magic Mike in the house. Where's he at? He gets the. He's now a moderator because he is an STP mod. So congrats to him. In terms of gaming coins, like, I don't really know what good ones there are. I had this list of, I called it metaverse shitcoins, so I don't know. Some of these look like they're going to do some crazy stuff. I don't know if I want to buy these, but do your own research, man. Mana might be the biggest one to buy. I know this one is accumulated by Grayscale, so yeah. In terms of stocks right now, I'm just in Canopy Growth. This thing is wrecked. My dollar cost averaged more around 240 last week. The weekly close was actually not bad. It actually closed a weekly engulfing candle from the previous week, so there's that. Yeah, this thing's wrecked, man. I mean, I really hope that this thing does make some sort of recovery, because I have a bunch of money tied up in this asset, but there's no guarantees with any of this stuff, right? So even if you're showing that divergence, we'll see, man. This thing has earnings this week, so this thing got wrecked, really wrecked. But I feel like even after getting such wreckage, like, it should maybe test as high as $20 at some point. Like, could easily, you know, make some sort of movement back up down here. And I'm also in space, okay? I'm still in this stock down here, obviously completely speculative asset. 2 week got a nice doji reversal there, so we could see another couple weeks of upside. We're looking at least a retest of maybe that $12 region, which should basically break me even on this trade, unfortunately, because I started buying this asset up here on 16, and then I DCA'd a little bit around 10, and so I'm in average around $14 on this asset. So still down about 50% on this one. Not too good on my end, but it's all good. Peloton, this one's wrecked. I don't know, man. Wow, Hive just ripped, man. Holy shit. Look at that candle, man. No, I don't really trade Forex now. Wow. Hive blockchain. Doing some stupid stuff right now. All right. Well, thanks for the 20 people watching. Hey, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. I've been posting some videos. Would really help the conversion if you guys could like the videos, maybe even comment on them. All right, just help me grow these socials out, man. Really would appreciate that. All you guys that are active in the STP community. I'm not in any NFTs. No, I don't own any NFTs. XVS and DGB. Yeah, we did that, man. We covered them. DGB was in a falling wedge. XVG we covered. Or XVS, yeah, XVS we covered this as well. Right. Storage is ripping right now. It's shitcoin city. So let's go to total 2, because if all these shitcoins are ripping, that means total 2 might be on the move. Monthly candle. Sand engine mana, sure, let's really better. Guys, super chats are appreciated, of course. I know a lot of the TA I give is free, but it's always appreciated, man. It's always appreciated. All right. Lots of YouTubers charge for this type of technical analysis, you know. Right. Okay. So sand. Holding a long-term trend line here. You can literally draw a line. See that, right? Angel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Yeah, we can look at TRB. We're going to just look at sand real fast, and then you're going to go to the top of the line, all right? So super chats, guys, take advantage, take priority over just regular requests in the chat. So I'm going to take a look at sand here for this gentleman, and then we're going to look at TRB. All right, so sand looks like it maybe made some sort of short-term bottom here. You can clearly see we have this low and this bottom, and it's just been making higher lows. And you're going to come up to the top of this range here, and if you can break it, if you can stay above the weekly 20 or the daily 21, we could in time see, you know, this go up to the 172 range. All right, that we could see that happen. We may not see it happen now, but your daily MACD is bullish. Okay, you're above zero. You are producing some negative momentum right here, but not really too much selling pressure coming in, right? So the 4 hour also in bullish territory, MACD producing some negative momentum. So just might consolidate here for a bit. Hourly, you know, maybe looking to get some bids to come up here. All right. Just could consolidate in this range here for a bit, as long as you don't, you know, consistently make lower lows, and you've been making higher lows. You got to eventually produce a higher high, and that's what you could be looking to do on sand. And then we're going to cover TRB here for Angel. All right, so thank you again for the $5 super chat, Angel. That is commendable and appreciated. All right. So TRB breaking a supply line. Rounding a bottom here, making a bit of a rally up to the 786 fib extension, getting some, you know, got some selling pressure here, people taking profit in this area, and just closing, opening a new weekly candle above previous candle here. We could see a test of 28.8. You know, if markets are going to continue back up, looks like we're getting Bitcoin that is going back up here a bit. You know, no immediate follow through on that 12 hour by divergence, but that could play out in the next few hours. Who knows? Depends on the traditional markets, equity markets too, if they just start selling off or whatever. So pay attention to that. But TRB, I'm going to redraw this chart just so I can get a little bit more clarity on it myself. And let's take a look. So I pulled off moving averages for now. I want to just see what we got going on here. So we obviously came down to this low. We got some nice reaction rally off that low. And now we're just kind of, I don't want to say stalling, but yeah, I mean, you from swing low to swing high, you touched almost 40 bucks. That means to me that since we're rejecting it, we have maybe not put the bottom in just yet. And it may try to rally up here again to test that and touch that in the next couple weeks. And you can see the momentum starting to really pick up here on this asset, and you've gone bullish 58 on the weekly now. You haven't been bullish on this asset really since November of 2021. All right. So this thing could really start, I don't know what this project does, but this thing could really start to move. All right. And so you got a bit of a break, and now you could come back down to back test this break and try to get above this area. $4 region, once you get above that, you're looking at $40 to $60 regions on this asset. All right. Yeah, you've wicked up there, and the daily you can clearly see is in some sort of squeeze. Making these higher lows on the RSI. Just be careful. You got some separation here on the daily. That's telling me we could see some more upside. All right. Got that nice break, and yeah, you're showing some massive divergence on the weekly chart here. 2-week chart just crossed up. Yeah, these next couple weeks for this asset could be really an attempted rally back up to 40 range. Right. Be careful if you're shorting this stuff. We lost a lot of viewers. Wow. All right. I guess lots of people are tuned out now. Bitcoin started dropping. Everyone starts leaving the stream. I get it. Okay. So TRB covered. What else do we want to look at here? SNX, yeah. SNX looks pretty good, man. It's in a nice wedge formation here. We're out of supply line. We could get a breakout on this asset. Could see a test up to $8. That would not shock me at all. You know, first area around that $6 area. Is there a get rich quick route? No, man, there isn't. Unfortunately, there isn't. BCH LTC. I mean, BCH at all-time lows. Obviously, this is probably a really low-risk area to buy this, but I personally am not. I don't see the point in owning this asset. But, yeah. And then Litecoin, let's see. Could be at a long-term accumulation zone for Litecoin. Right at the lows. It's tough for me to really be so bearish on everything, man. Just at oversold regions or regions that you haven't seen on Litecoin since December of 2018, which, you know, I don't know, man. Litecoin, I'm not going to be buying Litecoin, but there's Litecoin for you. Alright, if you guys don't have anything else, thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. Make sure you guys smash up that like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And make sure you guys check out our discount that we have offered right now on SAR and on the VIP, alright? It's really hypercritical. If you guys are interested in getting started with bots or interested in really just getting yourself going, check it out. It's a 40% reoccurring discount. Make sure you guys check that out and don't miss it, alright? Playing these markets like the lottery could get you wrecked, but if you're looking to plant seeds, you'll find it doesn't take a lot as long as you might think. Yeah. Thanks, Angel, for the $5 super chat, brother. I really appreciate that, man. And hopefully you guys are appreciative of what I'm doing here. I'm just, giving you guys free technical analysis every Sunday. So make sure you guys join the Discord if you guys haven't done so already. Check out what we're doing at STP. We're here for you guys, man. We're really just trying to get the word out about what we do here and help you guys make some money. Remember, none of this stuff is financial advice. I'm just looking at a chart, kind of trying to dictate which direction it's going to break, right? So learning about momentum, learning about technical analysis is what we do here at STP, and we automate some of that with the trading bots. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Last day of the sale, all right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and hopefully everyone has a wonderful week, and maybe that 12-hour divergence doesn't play out and gets negated by some nice bullish price action. Hopefully that's the case, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys stay tuned in for those TikTok videos and share it or whatever. Just going to be kind of recapping some quick 15-second clips there, right? Thank you guys so much, though. Appreciate it.